Hey guys, Rob here with McDojo Life. In today's McDojoNews, we're going to be talking to you about a group that's trying to change Lee County, Florida into Bruce Lee County, Florida. Let's check out the story. Before I read this story off to you guys, what I want to let you know is, just as a reminder, I tend to stay clear of politics on this particular page, but I found this story interesting nonetheless. And so even though that this story is riddled with politics, I want to let you know, obviously I didn't write this. I'm just kind of keeping you guys informed, and I'm bringing this to your attention just in case you yourself would like to sign the petition or you have thoughts that have to do with it. So now I'll read the story. A new petition is hoping to change the narrative in the county, dropping Confederate General Robert E. Lee in favor of the iconic martial artist. A new Change.org petition is seeking to rebrand Lee County in southwest Florida to Bruce Lee County. In an effort to eradicate racism in both Florida and across the country, a local arts organization is calling for the rebrand instead of a complete name change to minimize the cost, while still changing the narrative behind the county's namesake. "I'm not a fan of living in Robert E. Lee County. It doesn't make me proud," said Brian Weaver, owner of Florida-based organization Art Symbol Underground, which started the petition last month. In the petition, the group of artists said they choose Bruce Lee to replace Confederate General Robert E. Lee as the county namesake because of his impact as a leading actor, martial artist, and pop culture icon of his time. During Bruce Lee's ascent to fame, he produced a number of films in Hong Kong, where he was raised before heading to the United States to attend school and eventually teach martial arts. In his years, he became widely known for producing one of the first co-productions between Hollywood and Hong Kong, Enter the Dragon. He is credited with helping to change the way Asians were presented in American films, the petition reads. "We are not trying to change our past. We are trying to improve our future. And what better way than to use an inspiring, positive, influential figure as our namesake?" Lee County was originally named in 1887 at the behest of prominent Fort Myers citizen and Confederate Captain Francis Hendry. Hendry was a fan of the controversial general who, over time, was transformed into a pillar of the South, despite being responsible for hundreds of thousands of American deaths during the Civil War. And at one point, Robert Lee's family owned hundreds of enslaved people. Lee County officials said the county doesn't make decisions on name changes. "Robert E. Lee never set foot in our county. He has nothing to do with this place," Weaver said, adding that this latest petition to change the county's name is not the first. In 2020, a Florida couple started a petition to rename Lee County after the indigenous Calusa tribe of southwest Florida, according to NBC2 News. That petition gained more than 8,000 signatures. Weaver believes a major barrier to that campaign may have been money, considering a new name would require a complete branding overhaul. "All we have to do is rewrite the definition of our county," he said. Last month, a 131-year-old statue of Lee towering over Richmond, Virginia, was taken down and cut into pieces. "This community is begging for this to change," Weaver said. "If Virginia's done it, why can't we do it?" I'll add the link to the actual petition in the description below, but if you guys don't really feel like going and clicking on it and you're just still curious what it had to say, I'll go and read off what the petition has to say. The petition states the following. "One of Southwest Florida's most prominent counties, Lee County, is named for Civil War Confederate General Robert E. Lee. It's time to stop idolizing these Confederate soldiers. Ending racism includes the removal of racist figures, statues, and idols across the South. We propose this petition to rebrand Lee County, Florida, in an effort to continue the battle to eradicate racism in the United States. One of the biggest issues with changing the name of the county is the high cost involved. But what if the cost would be very minimum, and most of it would be just changing the narrative? That's why we propose to rebrand the county to Bruce Lee County. Lee is considered by most commentators, critics, media, and other martial artists to be the most influential martial artist of all time and a pop culture icon of the 20th century who bridged the gap between East and West. He is credited with helping to change the way Asians were presented in American films. Lee was born in both the hour and year of the dragon, which according to tradition is a strong and fortuitous omen. We are not trying to change our past, we are trying to improve our future. And what better way than to use an inspiring, positive, influential figure as our namesake?" As of right now, the petition currently has 781 signatures. Like I stated at the beginning of this video, I try to steer clear away from politics when it comes to this page. All politics aside though, I think it would just be really cool to have a Bruce Lee County. I'm trying to see the city of Sammo Hung. I'm trying to see the town of Jackie Chan. I'm all for it, man. But I'm talking about this from a martial arts nerd perspective. So I'd really like to know what you guys' thoughts are. Please, by all means, drop them in the comment section below and hopefully we can have a healthy dialogue about this. As always, thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all that other crap people online tell you to do. Keep the martial arts legit.